All right. All right. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Let's Talk About It. Yes. Can you believe we're on the sixth podcast already? Yes, the sixth one. Y'all, I keep cranking out these videos like they're crack. Okay. All right. It is time for Let's Talk About It. Let's talk about it with T. You may know me as T from T's World, also known as T's World 93 on Instagram. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. I am looking forward to hearing your thoughts and also your support of my channel and these videos. I love doing these story times, these podcasts, and of course we have different things besides story times that's going to be coming up on this channel this year. But I'm so excited for all the new things that T's World is going to be doing, the new things that I'm doing for this year, but also the new things that you guys will be doing this year. All right. So we're going to bring you the sixth video, the sixth installment, and tonight's topic is dun 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 dun. The school trip from hell. All right. So I already had an online date from hell, and now the school trip from hell. Okay. I've always loved field trips. All right. But for some reason, this one missed the mark. This one was whack. Okay. And I'm going to explain why. And guess what? You guessed it. It happened when? In middle school. Okay. Like I said, the middle school years must be some of the most juiciest, but some of the funniest times of my life. And I'm just like, oh my goodness. I will always remember this trip to the day that I die. Okay. And before I get into talking about the trip and, what happened during that trip, you can always catch the previous podcast. They will always be up, ready to go. Look back, and always on the end screen, you will see the previous video. So if you want to watch the one from the night before, or if you want to go back and watch several other podcasts, you're more than welcome to do so on my channel, T's World. Okay. So hashtag Let's Talk About It. And we're about to do that. All right. So let's get right on to the story. Okay. So it was the day of the field trip. Okay. I think this was probably either the end. No, this had to be like the beginning, because this was like the fall. So it must have been the beginning of 8th grade, because my crush was on the trip and he dyed his hair like dirty blonde. Okay. So it was like for the weekend. This was my first overnight school trip. Okay. And of course I told my mom about it. She let me go. All right, cool. And we're all set, ready to go. My mom is actually ready to drop me off, in front of the school. But we realized that we forget something. We forget my blanket. I had to come with a blanket because, of course, they didn't come with, sheets and things like that, and sleep stuff. I have the word in my mouth, but I just can't say it. But I totally forgot. But, like sleeping stuff, and we're like, oh no. So thankfully we came early enough, and my mom had to race back to the apartment and go grab the blanket, the first blanket that she could. So I'm waiting, and I'm kind of looking around for my mom like, I hope she comes back in time, because it will be cold and miserable without that blanket. Okay. So, all right. So she finally gets back, and to my shock, it was my old baby blanket. Yes, my Barty blanket. And I'm like, oh no. But of course, I had like no other blanket. So, all right. So what I did was I folded the Barney stuff on the inside so nobody would see. Okay. Because I was not trying to get teased. Okay. Kids be drawing. All right. All right. And me being a baby blanket on a trip. No. No, ma'am. Okay. So she finally gets the blanket. She comes in time. We get on the bus to board. She's waving goodbye along with another mom. And, we are on our way. Now, the ride up was nice. We actually went up to a camp that was up in North Jersey in the mountains. It was a YMCA camp. And, but the drive up was beautiful. The mountains. We were like kind of like in the north, like all the way up there, like going towards like Point Pleasant or whatever. And it was so nice up there. The trees were, getting ready to turn into their autumn colors. And I saw hawks flying and, around the mountains and everything. It was so cool. Okay. So that, I think that was probably, if anything, the best or the only best part about it was the ride up. Okay, so we finally get there. Now, mind you, it wasn't too cold yet, but it was like, it was getting cooler because it was the fall, right? And we get there, and I'm thinking this is gonna be like a big, like, fun ass summer camp. Like, it was gonna be like, because the way they made it sound on the permission slip and the brochure, there was gonna be a skate park, and there was gonna be, with ramps, and like those skate parks you see on TV, like with the skateboarders and stuff, and they had a pool, they had, all these wonderful amenities and things to enjoy. We get there, y'all. We get off the bus. Me, my little duffel bag, everything. We get off the bus. And it is nothing like what I see or what was described to us in the permission slip and brochure, and also what was described in my head. Like, I had this whole fantasy of how this was going to turn out. Y'all, we get there, and the first thing I see is like, it looks kind of desolate, like, and I get it, it's kind of fall, so you don't really see like a lot of people running around, but like, everything looks so old and outdated and just like it's falling apart. And the skate park I was telling y'all about, that skate park was probably like no bigger than maybe like a bedroom or a living room. Now you're saying, okay, depending on how that would be like a little square. Like, it would be, what's the best thing I could describe it to you guys? It was just like a square, and it was just the ramps. Oh my God, the ramps were not even high. Like, I was picturing like a skate park. You know how like Tony Hawk and them would be like doing them crazy like tricks and stuff on those big high skateboarding ramps you see on television? No, them ramps look like they couldn't even go past my ankles. Okay, everything just looked old, outdated. What houseway? Like, how you gonna have fun on that? And then, all right, I'm seeing everything, all the cabins and stuff, like everything just looks desolate, outdated. But y'all, this is what took me the hell out. Okay, this is what took me the hell out. Now, mind you, I said there was a pool, right? Y'all, the pool just looked dirty around the rim, but no, I wasn't prepared for what I was going to see on the inside. That pool, the water was black. I'm not kidding. Black as night. That water was black and dirty, leaves all in it. It only God knows what was in that pool. Okay, and I wanted no parts of it. That took me the hell out. I said, oh my God, where did we go? Like, no, this has got to be a joke. This is not it. Like, and I'm sure this looks on the other students' faces was like, nah, bro, this ain't it. Like, no, no, really, like. And I don't know, did I have to pay money for this trip or something like that? Probably. And I was like, you know what, even if it was free, I want my damn refund for time wasted. Okay. So, but we walk past and we go to our sleeping bunks. Miss Turner was our chaperone, and the beds, we get to the cabin, the beds looked like, the beds were all old and hard, and the bunk beds, and I don't know how many of us was in a room. Like, I don't know, maybe I would say maybe a handful, probably about 6, 7 of us, maybe. Okay, but all right, we just gotta rough it, do what we gotta do. I think we was there for like maybe 2 days or so, or like a day or something like that. But what that trip was designed for was for us to do team building activities, have a little fun, get to know each other and stuff like that. Okay, cool. So, y'all, we get to dinner time or whatever it is, and they tell us, we keep track of how much food you waste. So basically, they're telling us to eat this nasty ass food, those hard ass chicken fingers, and everything else. Of course, the food, I expected camp food, not all the time is the most desirable. But the chicken fingers were so hard. I think I probably could have just done a homemade root canal. That would have been more fun than biting the chicken tenders. I mean, like, nah. No way. But I had to just gnaw on it as much as I can. Use the barbecue sauce to salvage it. Whatever I could. Just had to pretend it was something I liked. And so this is a ratchet ass camp, a cheap ass camp. We did some of the team building activities. It was all right. And y'all, also another highlight, maybe a quote unquote highlight of the trip. See, my crush was there, and he was, and this was the same guy I was talking about in the last video. Okay. And sometimes I would catch him looking at me. I don't know if he was looking at something else, or I don't know, but how you think, is he looking at me? What is he? But also, I got to know some of the girls too, and some of them had wrong preconceived notions about me. Like, one girl came up to me and she was like, I thought you were like weird or whatever, but no, you're really cool. And it's funny how like all these trips really like bring out different sides of people. And when you spend enough time with a person, that's why they tell you don't judge a book by its cover. And when you spend time with a person, oftentimes that'll tell you one or two things about them. They either A, you might like them, or B, you won't. It's just how you take to the person, right? So, and then also the campfire, that was kind of fun. Like, we were having marshmallows and, the scary stories. And one guy went up there and made a whole comedy of a scary story. And that was funny just to listen to. And, and some parts of it was good. I ain't gonna hold you. Now we get to sleep, and y'all, those girls would not shut up. Like, I was trying to go to sleep. It was already cold enough and it was miserable enough. And I was like, I just want to go to sleep. That's it. All right. And really, I was about to go sleep out in the living room or wherever it was. Because, like, I was getting irritated. And I was about to tell Miss Turner, like, yo, they are not shutting up. Like, I want to go to sleep. So, but they finally do eventually, or I somehow black out. And then the next day, I want to take a shower, but there's no hot water. So I said, you know what? All right, I'm going to just have to fudge this out, just stew in my stink until we go home. And I forgot what we did the rest of the day, but after that, we were on our way home. That was that. We came home that evening. Parents got us, and that was it. But y'all, really though, that took me out. The pool, the nasty ass food. And like just the little ass skate park, the skate ramps were like barely above like my ankles. Like, I was like, how you gonna do tricks on those? How? That's what I want to know. I mean, I've been on trips where it wasn't what I've expected it to be. And then some though I was like, this might be whack, but it was really fun afterwards. But there was some highlights of it, getting to know certain people and the whole campfire and that. But y'all, if somebody asked me to go all the way back up there, I'm like, not until they revamp that whole joint, and I'm never doing this again. All right, but guys, that was really it. I want to know like your experiences with ratchet ass school trips. Like, was it, you totally had this vision in your head how it was going to be and you were totally disappointed, or maybe it started off bad but ended good, or it was just a complete disaster throughout the whole way. Tell me about some of your school trips, and also like maybe you just had a really bomb school trip. Who knows? But yep, hashtag let's talk about it. I am T from T's World, also known as at T's World 93 on Instagram. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let's talk about it here in the comment section. Let's talk about it on Instagram. Until then, this is T signing off. I love you guys so much. I will see you in the next podcast. Until then, mwah. T Tribe, bong bong, bang bang. Oh my God, I cannot talk today. Bong bong, bang bang, or however it go. I love you guys. Take care. Until next time, deuce deuce. Bye bye.